you doing today? So there's this cult in or religion and Roblox. If you don't know what Roblox is, this where our children go, to play the games and everything, and have the join communities and everything. They become friends and all that. But this community or cult actually lures children, and grooms them to do certain things that they're not appropriate. They're not good. The guy that runs that created the whole thing, his name is Jezebel. The authorities already caught him. What he was doing, actually, his dad. Thank God that caught him what he was doing, and he read the post in Discord, and that's what it actually leads to. Jezebel, this predator, which we'll call him, leads the children to do certain things on Discord and gives them instructions to do a ritual, and things that resemble like Satanism. And that's I gotta say, but more worse, that they're like sexual and all that, and it's very bad. It's very bad. And these children, believe in this religion or cult, and they do think they pray to the spawn, and everything else. But if you're a born again Christian, which is right now, and you're in that community, I pray that you help those children, and that they don't get deep in this, because if they do, this guy or people, there's a lot of other people too as well, the groomers for the children, that they do things that if you're devoted to the spawn, that's what they say, then you're gonna get a second life, or you're gonna get resurrected. But in biblical Christianity, we know that when the white throne judgment comes, everybody will be resurrected, right, at the last day. And if you believe in the rapture as well, right? But anyways, this is what the guy says. It's pretty interesting. This is what he says Spawnism is. What is Spawnism? This thread is an informative thread on the religion of Spawn that I have decided to make due to a lot of misinformation spreading about the community as of late on Roblox. Spawnism is a belief in the spawn and the ability of spawning after death, or in other words, the resurrection. It leads to that point, with children, they get so brainwashed thinking that if they unlife themselves, okay, that's what it leads to, and that's the reason why this is respawning. But we know, as born again Christians watching us right now, you're born again Christian, that Jesus is a resurrection of life, like it says in John 11, and that's what he told Martha. On the resurrection of life, he who believes in me, though he die, he will live. So this quote, this is what he's saying. It's pretty interesting. We spawners believe that if we show our devotions toward the spawn, then we will be granted a second life. The devotion includes actually decorating like walls, with the image. There's an image. It's like a sun, but it's like twirling like that. And they actually post the sign, on the walls, and they actually pray to it. They're actually praying to a wall, and then they make your shrines and they actually give offerings to the image. And we know about images, right? If you're born again Christians watching right now, we read in Exodus 20, if you make an image of anything on earth, that's your idol. That's a god, But anyways, in order to be a spawn, one must be dedicate their life towards the spawn. And so it gets to that point when this guy Jezebel will tell children, he'll lure them away from Roblox and to groom them, and he'll tell them to do certain rituals, sexually, or burn something, or cut off a part of an animal, or and show it, show the image and all that on Discord, and then actually told them to show themselves, to remove all the clothing and everything. It's very terrible. It's very terrible, and I'm glad they caught the guy. It's terrible. This means things such as daily prayers and worship. So imagine you're a parent, right? And then you go in your room and your children's room and check what they're doing. And they're actually looking at the monitor and they're actually praying to the image, the trolling, the sun thing. And they're actually worshiping it. And that guy actually made a song, about to worship that image. That's pretty crazy. Showing devotion and every now and then, in which I'll explain later in the thread. So this guy is actually grooming children and others as well. I think it was 764. His name is 764. I encourage parents, to look at your children's phones, please, and their PCs, or on the PC. Look if they're in Roblox. Look if they're in a responders community, and talk to them about it, and tell them that this is a cult, and it will lead you to do certain things that will offend God, that will mock God, actually, because there's only one God. We read that in Deuteronomy 6:4. Know that there's only one Lord God, Israel. There's only one, and it's the Lord God. And we read in Isaiah 43:10, there don't want to be other God created after me, before me, or after me. So there's only one God, not Spawn. The Spawn is, I'm going to show you who it is in a second. I'm looking right here through the phone in the Bible. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11, let me read right here. Bear with me. It says, and no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So Satan is the one who's doing all this, the praying to the Spawn, devotions to the Spawn, building shrines for the Spawn, doing the rituals for the Spawn, all these things. That's him. He's actually luring the kids to do these things. Okay, so I ask you as a Christian parent to be aware of your children, what they're doing online on their phones or on PC or anywhere else, and if they're in this cult or religion, Spawnism, you have to get them out of there. You have to get them out, because it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, to the point that they break the law, and it's very important that you talk to their children. If they're in that community in Roblox, it's called Spawnism. I'm gonna put a link below in this video where you can check it out. There's another video that exposes Spawnism. This guy goes into depth, and you will find out lots of things that it's just so wrong, and there's a lot of people that got brainwashed already. Well, children, like 13 to 17 years old, and especially adults, in their 20s. And it's important that you talk to your children about this. This is from Satan. He's the angel of light. He's the one who, lures his children to all this wickedness. It's just wicked and evil. So that's what I leave you today to think about. And again, it's called Spawnism. It's on Roblox. It's only a game, and all that. But I'll leave the link in the comment section below, so you can check out the video. It goes more in depth, of what's going on with Spawnism. So that's want to leave you today, for you to be aware. Check your children, what they're doing online, on their phones, any device, on PC. And if they're in Spawnism, you have to get them out. You have to get them out right away, and I'm just praying that this religion or cult gets destroyed before it gets bigger and bigger, and it deceives lots of people. God bless you.